In this video, we're going to talk about host names. So devices use IP addresses to communicate with each other, but IP addresses are not very friendly for humans. Just like it's easier to remember a friend's name than their phone number, it's easier to type in a host name than an IP address. But we're here on our client. I'm just going to do a ping akamai.com, and you can see that it actually makes the connection via IP address. So name resolution is when you resolve that name to an IP address. Now, a host name is a unique name given to a node on a TCP/IP network. And in Windows, we can check the host name using the command hostname. So the host name of this computer is client1. When you combine the host name with the host's domain name, the result is a fully qualified domain name, or FQDN. And devices use name resolution to translate an FQDN to an IP address. And it's name resolution that allows you to use names instead of IP addresses to communicate with other nodes in the internet. Now, domain is a grouping of computers on the internet based on the nature of their operations. And although there are several types of domains, some of the common ones are commercial, governmental, and educational. I'm sure you guys have seen .com, .gov, .edu. A domain name is a unique name that identifies an entity on the internet. They might also be called site names, but domain names appear as part of a complete, fully qualified domain name. When we're talking about fully qualified domain names, a period is used to separate each of the domain name labels, which can have no more than 63 characters per domain. They're not case sensitive, and the whole FQDN can be up to 255 characters in length. Now, this particular computer is not part of a domain, so it doesn't have an FQDN. And if we go into system, we can see this. The computer name is client1, that's the host name. And then it says here, well, the full computer name is client1. There is no FQDN. Let's go ahead and give it one. So I'm going to go into my settings, change the name, and I've got to go into more and say, well, this is going to be at company.com. It says, well, you've got to reboot if you want to change your computer name. Okay. We'll let that reboot. We'll be right back. So my client has rebooted, and now if we go into control panel, you can see that the full computer name is client1.company.com, and that would be the fully qualified domain name of this particular computer. So a domain name like company.com or akamai.com, that identifies a collection of computers and devices on the network of a particular domain. A host name is a unique name that identifies a specified computer or device in a network. So host names are really subsets of domain names, but they're not the same thing. And we'll talk more about that in the next video on fully qualified domain names. So that's it for this video. We talked about host names and domains and got ourselves nicely positioned to talk about FQDNs.